Hello everyone. This video is designed to talk about the information that's going to be required for Module 1.2. We're going to be reviewing how to import questions that are already exist in a form, and then adding more questions and exploring some of the question types that are available in forms. So there is a planning guide for this lesson, so I have it open already. And this is a committee sign-up sheet. If you decide to do something different, then that's okay. Just make sure that you've shown that you know how to use checkboxes and multiple choice or drop-down menus and paragraph questions. So those are the types of questions that we're going to be looking for in this lesson. So I have a form created. I started in my class folder. If I start in my class folder, then it gets saved in my class folder, so it saves me a step not having to move my form into that folder. So I have a couple of these things open. Let me close. So I've named my form. Again, for class purposes, it's nice to name it with the module number, so it's easy to find, but you don't want that to show up when people are submitting it, their answers, so you just remove that. Now I want to import questions because I already created a form that has my basic student information, my adult learner information, whichever one you're working with. So I'm going to select this icon underneath the add question icon. It's the import questions. And it's going to find forms in your Google Drive. And hopefully you've named it. Here's one basic student information. Here's another one, basic student information. I have two, so I'm not sure which one I'll select though. So I'm going to select it. And it gives me a choice. I can simply select all of them and bring them all in. And then if I don't want one of them, I can remove it. So I'm going to go ahead, or I can just pick the ones I want. So I'm going to go ahead and import all 4 of them. Now, so this is a student one. I might change this instead of committee sign up. I might do this club sign up. So you can adjust this to be something that is more useful for you. So I've got these are required, so they have to answer those questions. And I'm ready to move on by adding in, I'm going to just change this. What club would they like to be on? Have you been in the club before? When do you want to meet? And that. So I'm going to just follow the same format there. Now, if I want to, I can add, this is just for fun, a title. And a title is just going to be a text separator. Okay, so explore that. And the first question is going to be select the club you are signing up for. Now, multiple choice gives them only one option. If you want to allow them to select more than one club at this time, you can change that to a checkbox. So it depends on how many options you want them to have to sign up. So just start typing in your information. I don't know. Again, checkboxes allow them to have more than one option selected. Multiple choice or drop down is only a single answer. Ask if they've been a member of a club before. Again, something that might, you can add all and it quickly adds in, and then if I don't want them maybe there, I just remove that one. And this is just a one answer. You don't want them answering yes or no, so only one. Okay? I'm going to ask if they ride the bus. And that's another yes, no. I'm going to add them all, and then I'm just going to take away the maybe. All right. I want to know what day of the week is going to be their preference for being in the club. And in this case, I'm going to allow them to select more than one. So, whoops. So I'm just going to type it. Maybe clubs can't meet on Monday, so I'm just going to put down the days of the week that type today. And then if I want to let them know, I could add a description here and just say you may select more than one day. And then my last question is going to be open-ended. What questions do you have? Something very open-ended. And again, Google Docs is anticipating what kind of a question that would be. Paragraph question. Paragraph allows for more information than a short answer. So either one would be appropriate. If you think somebody's going to need to give you a lot of information, then you would choose paragraph. All right. There is an advanced option here if you want to explore the time question and ask maybe what time is the best time to start. So that's my survey, exploring the different question types of multiple options or one option, which is a drop down. In fact, I'm going to change this one here to a drop down just so you can see how it looks differently. So what we talked about, it's important, it's really critical to preview. You would never want to send out a form unless you've walked through it a couple times to make sure that the information being collected is what you want. So do you really need an address from them? Email address, that's up to you. And then let's see, they can pick more than one there. Yes, I have. Yes, I will. And Wednesdays work best for me. And they can choose to select and add something there. They can choose, this is turned on. What question do you have? So that's a required question. So I'm probably going to go back and edit that because I don't want them to have to answer. But for right now, I'm going to have to answer something. So that's something I will fix. And see, if I hadn't tested this, I probably wouldn't have noticed this. And then you're putting students into a position where they have to answer or they can't submit their information. So before I do it again, I'm going to go in here and just double check my required questions because quite honestly, these are all set as required. Do they have to give me a day of the week? So decide which of these, actually a bus ride I would want to be. Were they a member of a club before or not? I don't really care if they answer that one. I do really want to know what clubs. So I've taken some of those required settings off. Now let's preview it again. Okay. Okay. And the club information. So this time I'm running to sign up for club number 3. Have a bedroom number? No. We need a ride? No. Best day of the week? Monday or Tuesday? Do you have any questions? And this time I'm going to leave that blank. So let me submit it. Okay. So now let's look at our form and we see we have 2 responses. I'm going to look at the responses as summary. Okay. It's collecting a different email address up here. So I'm going to look at that setting. All right. Then I can look at, so if I just wanted to know like how many people are going to ride the bus and just see who answered that, I can look individual questions. I can also go by just the individual person. So let me see what this one did. So I have lots of options here, and we're going to talk about some other ways of looking at responses by creating a sheet that corresponds with this form, but that'll be later on in the class. So go ahead and create your form, import. Obviously, that's up to you, but I really encourage you to do the import and then add in the questions. Remember, you must show that you have used checkboxes, multiple choice, or drop downs correctly. So if you select a multiple choice question and it really should be a checkbox, then I'll let you know and probably take off a minute or two just and talk to you about what your choices are. So the right type of question for what you're asking is really important when you're creating your forms. Take care and have a great day.